Good morning, everyone. It's Robert from On My Turntable. Hope you're having a great morning this morning. It is Saturday morning, as always, a coffee kind of morning. Hope everyone's doing well. It's been a bit since I've done a video. That work thing going on. Um, it's just been a crazy week, but I'm finally here to start off the week or the end of the week, whichever way you want to look at it, by ranking and reviewing the amazing debut album from Steppenwolf. I got to do their first 5 albums, even though they have a ton of albums. I'm just going to stick it to 5, maybe 6. I was asked by someone to do 6 of them, so it's going to be a great time because they're a fantastic band, and this is a wonderful, wonderful album, all from this great box set of 8. I'm not sure how many CDs are in this one. Anyway, quite a few. Quite a few. And also, I've got a pretty decent vinyl collection. I don't have their debut on vinyl. I've got John Cain Steppenwolf, Rock and Roll Rebels. I've got their second album, as well as what's in that box set. I've got Monster. I've got Slow Flux. I've got the amazing live album, which is in the box set as well. 7, which is in the box set. And 16 greatest performances, the greatest hits of Steppenwolf. So a fair collection. But yeah, we're here today to talk about this amazing debut album from Steppenwolf. Great, I don't know if a lot of people know it, great Canadian-American rock band. Yes, they are a bit of both. Formed in '67 in LA by lead singer John Kay, the amazing, wonderful singer. He's Canadian, as well as keyboardist Goldie McJohn and drummer Jerry Edmonton. They were part of the Canadian band called the Sparrows, and then they became Steppenwolf. They went to LA. They met Michael Monarch, guitarist and bassist Rustin Morev. I hope I'm pronouncing that name correctly. They were from LA. Music is a combination of psychedelic rock, blues, boogie rock, and the earliest form of hard rock and heavy metal. Born to Be Wild, I think, has references to heavy metal thunder in there. One of the few references of heavy metal. They've sold over 25 million albums worldwide, 7 gold and 1 platinum, 13 top 100 singles. They were active, really active. They've been on and off, but really, truly active between 68 and 72. And they were nominated to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but they never, as a band, got there. But they never had enough votes, which is really strange. But Born to Be Wild, one of their biggest hits, was nominated and inducted, in 2018. I'm going to look at their debut album today, self-titled Steppenwolf, 1968 release. Really, really great album. 2 of their biggest hits on this album, The Pusher and Born to Be Wild, were part of the movie soundtrack for Easy Rider, 1969 film. They've got 11 tracks on this one, just over 46 minutes. Fantastic. Most of these songs, depending on the day, could go up or down. I don't find a bad song on this album, but I have to put them somewhere. And just because they're at a certain point doesn't mean that they're a worse or better song. It's just that they have to fit into somewhere, because I find every track on this one is so good, so unique. So it starts off number 11, Your Walls Are Too High. I love the opening riffs, nice bluesy rhythm with some cool piano and some the guitar blend and the piano blend are just so good in this one. Nice swagger in the rhythm of the track, tasty lead work, Again, this one could be higher on any given day. And of course, John Kay's vocals are, he's just got a unique, no one sounds like John Kay. He's got a unique grit in his voice. He can sing a ballad. He's just got that swagger in his voice as well as the song. Really good stuff. At number 10, The Ostrich. Again, nice track. Really, really good track. Really, I love the rolling drum in this one. Classic Steppenwolf keyboards. It's a rockin' track. Bluesy lead solo as well. Another track that could be higher or lower in this one. So number 10, The Ostrich. Again, great, great track. And number 9, you're going to be surprised where I'm putting this one. Born to be Wild. As good as the track is, it's so overplayed. I've heard it, thousands of times. If I never heard it again, I'd be so satisfied because it's built into my brain. It's a soundtrack from my youth. So I could have put this at number 11. Still a great track. I mean, it still holds up, but there's so many better tracks to come on this album. But that's their class. That's Steppenwolf. When people think of Steppenwolf, it's almost like it's a one-hit wonder. Born to be Wild. Number 8, Take What You Need. Nice piano intro. The piano player is so good in this one. Cool structure in this song as well. I love the guitars in the background. It's a very guitar-driven track. Just the licks and the little riffs and throughout this track is just, I don't know. These guys are so good. These guys are really, really good. And once you delve into them, you realize how good they are, or were. Sorry. At number 7, this is a cover of Willie Dixon track, Hoochie Coochie Man, but they made it their own sound. Smooth, tasty guitar, boogie, nice lead, distortion in this one as well. John Kay's gritty vocals and those keyboards, man. Wow, it does the cover justice. I think Willie would be proud of this one because it sounds so good. Done Steppenwolf's way. I mean, what else can you say? So number 7, Hoochie Coochie Man. At number 6, The Girl I Knew. It's kind of a soothing ballad, and then almost like a 15th century. I don't know, 15th century, 16th. In the beginning, that sound from way back when, I guess. Not too heavy, but then it builds and grows. Excellent distortion in the guitar. Another track that could be higher any day. It's just a nice, not a hard, heavy track. It's just a nice, solid track that starts out a bit of a ballad, but then it grows and grows and rocks out. Yeah, it's really good. Number 6, A Girl I Knew. Getting into the top 5. Number 5, Barry Rides Again. It's John Kay's tribute to Chuck Berry. Rocked up Chuck Berry soundtrack. It's a fun track. Great guitars. Tasty piano licks. No, not too many. There's no lead. As Chuck Berry was a guitarist, obviously. There's more piano in this one. And piano leads throughout. It's just a great classic rock and roll song. Done Steppenwolf's way. But again, no guitar solo. You think, you got that Chuck Berry sound, you think there'd be some guitar in there. But it's a good track. Number 4, the classic Pusher, or The Pusher. Yeah. Even though I've heard it 1,000 times, it's John Kay's anti-drug stance. Even though the band used marijuana, he was totally against any hard drugs. So it's his anti-drug stance. And you can hear that in his singing and his lyrics. He's almost got that pleading sound in his vocals. It's one of my favorite Steppenwolf tracks. Over Born to be Wild. Pusher is It's when he says, "God damn the Pusher Man," you know, it's just, and that part kept it off the radio a lot of times, that goddamn. But it's gloomy. I love how he sings it. Again, classic track. The Pusher, number 4. At number 3, Everybody's Next One, another great track. I love how the drums and guitars blend together in this one. Nice licks throughout. Love the harmonies and the vocals. It's just overall, it's a great, again, one that could be number 1 at one point, but it's got to be in the top 5, this one for sure. Number 2, Desperation. This is a bluesy, dark track about ending it all, but it's so good. You know, as terrible as the topic of the song is, the song builds nicely. The vocals come in, and you can hear the emotions in John Kay's vocals. Nice, just a nice opening in this one. It's just a very dramatic, tasty guitars, keyboards, all over the place. It's just a wonderful track. Desperation, at number 2, and at number 1, Suki Suki. What can you say about Suki Suki? Classic track. Love the distortion guitars and the keyboards. Kind of defines Steppenwolf. It's bluesy and funky. Driving bass. I don't talk a lot about the bass, but the driving bass in this album is so good. Heavy keyboards, great guitar licks, and John Kay's vocals and swagger as he sings. Just makes this a number 1 track for sure. So to recap, at number 11, Your Wall's Too High. At number 10, The Ostrich. At number 9, Born to Be Wild. Number 8, Take What You Need. At number 7, the Willie Dixon cover, Hoochie Coochie Man. At number 6, A Girl I Knew. A Girl I Knew. At number 5, Barry Rides Again, the tribute to Chuck Berry. At number 4, The Pusher. At number 3, Everybody's Next One. At number 2, Desperation. And the number 1 track for me is Suki Suki. Overall, this is an amazing debut album. So many great tracks on it. There's not one that I don't like. There's a couple that I don't care to listen to again, but they still hold up. They still have Born to Be Wild, speaking of that one for sure. Still hold up today, but you hear it every day on classic rock radio. But I'm going to give this one a 4.5 out of 5. I guess kind of because of the couple of the overplayed tracks on the album. It's no fault of the band, no fault of the album. It's just, you know, radio gets a hold of these tracks and they just continue to play them. And that kind of ruins it for the greatness of the track. But anyway, that's my opinion and ranking and review of Steppenwolf's debut. I'll be back again soon with their second album, which is amazing. Every album that I've listened to just gets better and better. I've got their second again on vinyl, and that's why it's called the second, because it's their second album. Anyway, guys, have yourself a great rest of the day. Love you all. Glad to be back, and thank you so much for sticking in with me. You guys are amazing, and I'll talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye now.